This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 800! Yay, 800! We finally made it to 800 episodes. Thank you for listening to every single one of them. Today it's the finale of the Best of 2014 on the segment 2014 for the radio. Plus we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer. And did you ask Santa
Mike's Daily Podcast
for a blow-up spaceship? NASA did, those perverts. I'd like to drink a Fanta.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
But they're impossible to find unless you are in Mexico. Hey, have I told you yet what happened on the last show? Bison Bentley got blowed up after being embarrassed. Madame Rutabaga's nose blew up too. And I can't come up with lyrics that fast. Rats.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Her nose blew up after she smelled a stinky nerd. That's not a bad word.
Mike's
I have
Daily
not heard
Podcast.
any better lyrics than these.
Yeah!
Have you? I certainly have not. Hey, speaking of lyrics, country songs are known for their lyrics, aren't they? And I have begun oh, look who just walked in. Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart. I'm back again after the last show. We were talking all about 2014 and stuff, and how you can't say the word drawing. That's right, I can't say the word drawing correctly. Oh, I just did. I said it correctly. Wow. Good for you, Mike Matthews. Yeah, so I began this show, internet country radio station. I'm doing a show for them from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday and Sunday, so on the weekends. And it is a huge swath of country music. As you may know, I was on a country radio station in Ventura County called KHAY for over a decade, from the early 90s to the early O's. As you know, I like to call it those O's. Look who just walked in. Another person. Look who it is. Oh, Mike, it's Floyd the Floorman! And it's John Deere the engineer. We didn't talk right away. We missed our cue. You did. As soon as I say your name, you should say something. All right, next time we'll remember. That's great. Okay, we just need to work together to make a better podcast. Yeah, so lots of different country songs, a huge variety. And it's just so great to hear those songs again. It brings back memories. I had such a good time on KHAY all those years ago. In fact, you came from that show, didn't you, John Deere the engineer? That's right, I was created on your old show, the Santa Fe Cafe. That's right, it was a request show that I did from 10 p.m. to midnight. So we'd get crazy calls, and people would call in, and they'd actually talk to the characters. Chely, you were on the show, too. That's right, Mike Matthews. I was only a teenager back then, with retainers. And look how you've grown up. But you still got the retainers on. No, I don't. But why do you talk? Never mind. So, yeah, that was a great show last show, Bison Bentley blowing up. Weren't you happy when that happened, Floyd? Not really, even though he has that annoying catchphrase. Catchphrase, that's right, he says, do you know dat all the time. And that's annoying, but he's gone now. He's gone up to heaven. Yeah, let's hear it for heaven. Mike, I thought that Benita the Rodeo Queen was going to put him back together again, like the Humpty Dumpty dance. That's right, she is. She's still working on that. The next show, we'll have Benita, and we can check in and find out how she is doing reconstructing him. That's so Frankenstein. It's so weird. It's so eerie. I don't want to... Let's not talk about that anymore. Mike Matthews, it's amazing what medical technology can do today. Why are you looking at me? Do you think I need some medical attention? Maybe. Well, anyway, listen to the show on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, on CountryCrossroadsRadio.com. You can find it on TuneIn, the TuneIn app. They themselves have an app that you can find on the App Store. Just look at Country Crossroads Radio, and it's great. All right. Moving right along. Yes, NASA has an inflatable spaceship. They are mulling over conducting a test for an inflatable spacecraft that would carry its future mission to Mars. According to the reports, the scientists at the American Space Agency are considering the use of a blow-up heat shield that looks similar to stacking a ring of donuts. And that they are also saying they are expecting to begin with setting an aim to conduct an experiment on how inflatable technology can perform upon the re-entry into the atmosphere of Earth. The NASA researchers team is considering a lightweight as well as inflatable heat shield that could assist a future spacecraft slow down enough to enter the Martian atmosphere easily. And this is from AmericaHerald.com. The inflatables, which are created from a lightweight material, are filled with nitrogen gas. Oh my God, nitrogen! That's that gas. Isn't it on the periodic table? Do I know that table very well? Yeah, I look at it periodically. I can sense your frustration. Scientists said that after the deployment of the spacecraft for landing, the rings would be placed on its top, making a clear resemblance to a giant mushroom. This is just the funnest story ever, isn't it? Donuts, mushrooms, what more could you want? Mike, I like both of those on my hamburgers. There you go. See? A hamburger with donuts and mushrooms. Oh, I watched that show, Offbeat Eats. And they were showing that it actually they make it in San Francisco. It's a donut burger. They put a burger in between donuts that they make the donuts on the premises, and they put all this. Doesn't this sound delicious and fattening and glorious? I love that show. Just email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. And are you a country fan? Let me know what your favorite country song is of all time. Maybe I can play it for you. That's MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. And check out the website. That's what we're calling it now, a website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, with links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. You can subscribe to the show there. Also, comment on the show and rate the show. That helps our ranking and more people find out about us that way if you do that. And also like the Facebook page. When I post a new show, share it with your friends and more people will find out about us that way.